Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we're diving into some exciting news, starting with how Huawei Technologies is transforming the gaming and animation landscape with its cloud solutions. Gamers can now enjoy high-quality titles without the need for expensive hardware, and creators can easily produce animated videos and dubbing thanks to AI innovations. This is a game-changer for digital media. Next up, we turn our attention to the COP29 climate summit, where China is stepping up as a potential leader in climate efforts. With the US taking a step back under Trump's administration, analysts are watching closely to see if China can fill the void and drive global cooperation in tackling climate change. Can they rise to the occasion? Lastly, we highlight the unique charm of Hong Kong's Tam Jai noodle joint, where the waitresses are celebrated as cultural ambassadors. This noodle chain is breaking stereotypes by empowering its female workforce and showcasing their vital role in the business's success. It's a refreshing take on the service industry. Please continue to watch for more detailed content. South China Morning Post highlights the transformative impact of Huawei Technologies' cloud solutions on the gaming and animation industries. With the launch of the groundbreaking video game Black Myth, Wukong, based on the classic Chinese tale Journey to the West, gamers can now enjoy high-definition graphics and smooth gameplay without the need for expensive hardware upgrades. This is made possible through cloud gaming technology, which allows users to stream games from remote servers, making AAA titles accessible on everyday devices. Additionally, Huawei's AI-powered Pangu model revolutionizes animation creation, enabling rapid production while maintaining character consistency. This innovation not only streamlines the animation process but also enhances multilingual dubbing, allowing films to reach a broader audience while preserving the original emotional nuances. In another piece, the South China Morning Post delves into the complexities of the climate agenda at the recent UN COP29 summit, particularly in light of Donald Trump's re-election and his previous stance on climate change. As the United States wavers in its commitment to global climate initiatives, analysts are turning their attention to China, which has positioned itself as a potential leader in climate action. With President Xi Jinping's ambitious targets for carbon emissions and a burgeoning green economy, China is poised to fill the void left by the US. However, experts warn that without US leadership, global confidence in climate commitments may waver, and the responsibility for driving climate action may fall increasingly on China and other nations. The evolving dynamics present both challenges and opportunities for international cooperation in addressing the climate crisis. Lastly, the South China Morning Post paints a vibrant picture of the female workforce at Tam Jai Yunnan Mixian, a popular noodle chain in Hong Kong. The predominantly female staff, affectionately known as Jejes, embody the spirit and culture of the brand, serving as both workers and cultural ambassadors. Their unique dialect and hardworking nature have become integral to Tam Jai's identity, fostering a sense of community and connection with customers. The brand's approach to celebrating its female employees contrasts sharply with less favorable practices in the industry, highlighting a positive narrative of female empowerment in the service sector. Through creative marketing campaigns and cultural initiatives, Tam Jai not only elevates its brand but also champions the contributions of women in the workforce, making each bowl of noodles served a testament to their hard work and dedication. Associated Press reports that Asian shares experienced a downward trend on Tuesday, largely ignoring Wall Street's recent rally that was fueled by expectations of economic growth following Donald Trump's re-election. While Japan's Nikkei 225 index saw a modest increase of 0.6%, other regional markets such as Australia's S&P ASX 200 and South Korea's Kospi faced declines of 0.3% and 0.5%, respectively. The Chinese tech sector, in particular, has been struggling, with investors keenly awaiting upcoming earnings reports. Meanwhile, Wall Street's S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average posted gains, bolstered by Tesla's significant rise and the anticipation of stronger economic conditions under Trump's administration. South China Morning Post highlights a dip in Hong Kong stocks as investor confidence wanes following a slowdown in borrowing in mainland China. The Hang Seng Index fell by 0.2%, reflecting concerns about the impact of Beijing's recent policy announcements. This downward trend was mirrored in the tech sector, with major players like Alibaba and Li Auto experiencing losses. The slowdown in credit expansion, reported by the People's Bank of China, has left analysts cautious, with expectations that volatility will continue as investors await further fiscal stimulus. The overall sentiment across major Asian markets was mixed, with Japan's Nikkei 225 gaining slightly while South Korea and Australia faced losses. Nikkei Asia reports on the unveiling of China's new J-35 stealth fighter at the Zhuhai Air Show, marking a significant advancement in the country's military aviation capabilities. The J-35, which is set to complement the existing J-20 fighter, positions China alongside the U.S. as one of the few nations equipped with multiple stealth aircraft. Military analysts suggest that this development not only enhances China's defense capabilities but also serves as a political statement in the context of rising tensions in the Asia-Pacific region. The air show features a variety of international exhibitors and highlights China's ambitions to compete with Western military technology, as evidenced by the presence of Russian Su-57 fighter jets, despite skepticism regarding their quality. South China Morning Post reports that Bitcoin has achieved a remarkable milestone, surpassing $89,000 for the first time, driven by speculation surrounding President-elect Donald Trump's favorable stance on cryptocurrencies. Since the election on November 5, Bitcoin has surged approximately 30%, reaching an all-time high of $89,599. Traders are now considering whether to jump into this bullish market or wait for a possible price correction. The overall crypto market has also seen an impressive rise, with its total value hitting around $3.1 trillion. Trump's promises to create a strategic U.S. Bitcoin stockpile and promote domestic mining have invigorated the market, leading to significant purchases from companies like MicroStrategy, which recently acquired 27,200 Bitcoins for nearly $2 billion. In a related development, the South China Morning Post highlights that Trump's anticipated support for the cryptocurrency sector may encourage China to reconsider its strict ban on digital assets. Industry expert Xiao Feng suggests that if the U.S. government establishes clear crypto policies, it could prompt China to embrace cryptocurrencies sooner than expected. Despite Beijing's ongoing prohibition on crypto trading and mining, there are signs of interest in regulated stablecoins for cross-border transactions. Zhao's insights stem from his extensive experience in finance and digital assets, and he emphasizes the potential for Hong Kong to lead the way in developing a digital asset market that could eventually include mainland China. In the realm of sports, the South China Morning Post shares the aspirations of Hong Kong midfielder Jesse Yu Joyin, who is determined to secure a starting position in the national team. Yu acknowledges the need to be more aggressive on the field and is committed to improving his performance. He has made personal sacrifices to maintain his fitness and focus on football, prioritizing recovery and nutrition over social outings. As Hong Kong aims to improve its FIFA World Ranking, Yu recognizes the importance of teamwork and is eager to contribute to the team's success in upcoming friendly matches against the Philippines and Mauritius. His dedication reflects a broader ambition to advance his career beyond Hong Kong, demonstrating a strong desire to elevate his game and the team's standing on the international stage. South China Morning Post reports that Beijing is increasingly concerned about Hong Kong developers' lackluster engagement with local megaprojects, fearing it may dampen investor confidence. In a rare move, Xia Baolong, head of the Hong Kong and Macau Affairs Office, held a meeting with around 30 business leaders, urging them to embrace reforms and actively participate in the city's long-term development plans. He emphasized the need for developers to go beyond traditional strategies and demonstrate their commitment to Hong Kong's future. The call for action coincides with the government's initiative to offer large land parcels for the Northern Metropolis project, which aims to bolster housing and technology sectors amidst a backdrop of declining property prices and an uncertain economic climate. In an opinion piece by South China Morning Post, the urgency for Hong Kong's businesses to prioritize the city's long-term interests over short-term profits is underscored. Xiao Baolong's recent meeting with business leaders serves as a rallying cry for them to recognize their crucial role in the city's development, particularly as the central government rolls out stimulus measures to achieve its economic growth targets. The article highlights the need for a collaborative approach between government officials and the private sector to navigate the challenges posed by a rapidly changing global environment and the unpredictable political landscape, especially with the potential return of Donald Trump to power. On a different note, Greater Bay Airlines, as reported by South China Morning Post, has launched a new route to Zhoushan, a city famed for its Buddhist pilgrimage site, Mount Putuo. This new service is part of the airline's strategy to expand its network, which will include additional routes to Japan and other destinations in the coming months. The airline's CEO expressed optimism about the demand for the route, as it significantly reduces travel time for Hongkongers looking to visit Zhoushan. The direct flights aim to cater to both local Buddhist pilgrims and city dwellers seeking a getaway, while also positioning the airline as the sole carrier offering this international route from Hong Kong. South China Morning Post reports on the intriguing life of Deb Pfeiffer, who was once romantically linked to country music star Zach Bryan before his recent relationship with Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia took a tumultuous turn. Pfeiffer recently shared a TikTok video, dancing to Taylor Swift's Clean, which fans speculate may relate to her past with Bryan. Their relationship began in 2022 and ended a year later, with Bryan's statement reflecting a mutual decision to part ways. Pfeiffer, a graduate of Manhattan University, now works as a project coordinator and has garnered a following as a fashion influencer. Despite the public attention, she clarified her stance on the situation, emphasizing her lack of satisfaction in seeing others hurt, particularly women, while also revealing that she has moved on to a new relationship. In another article, the South China Morning Post explores the escalating rivalry between the United States and China in Africa, particularly over resource-rich corridors like the Lobito Corridor in Angola. Following decades of Chinese investment in Angola's infrastructure, the U.S. is now making a strategic push to establish its presence through a Trans-Africa Railway project. This initiative aims to secure supply chains for critical minerals, with the U.S. and EU investing billions to enhance access to these resources, particularly cobalt, which is essential for electric vehicle production. Experts note that while the U.S. aims to counter China's dominance, both nations have significant stakes in the region's development, highlighting a complex interplay of competition and collaboration in African infrastructure projects. The South China Morning Post also commemorates the life of Quincy Jones, the legendary music producer who passed away at 91. Known for his monumental contributions to the music industry, including producing Michael Jackson's iconic albums, Jones's personal life was equally colorful. He was married 3 times, first to Jerry Caldwell, whom he met in high school, then to Swedish actress Ola Andersson, and finally to actress Peggy Lipton. Each relationship brought its own stories, with Caldwell being a supportive partner during his early career, Anderson sharing a life filled with creative endeavors, and Lipton raising 2 daughters who would find success in their own right. Despite the ups and downs of his marriages, Jones maintained strong bonds with his ex-wives, showcasing a deep respect and love that endured beyond their separations. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.